In the next few minutes, I want to show you how you can safely and confidently make changes to your store. Maybe you've hired a developer before that designed to develop this beautiful store for you, but we know in e-commerce we always have to make changes. These are just things that come up. We run promotions, we do certain things, maybe we upload new products. So this is how you can make changes without risking the actual site. So this is what we see in the customizer. We always have this theme where it says current theme. This means this is the live theme. This is what our customers are seeing right now. Whenever someone goes to our website, this is what's being served. So usually it's a good practice to never really click this button. We don't want to make changes to a site that's already live. Obviously, if you're still in development mode, then go ahead. You can absolutely do this. But it's generally the best practice once we're live to click on these three dots and just do a duplicate. Now what this is doing is pretty much what the name implies. It's going to duplicate this theme to a working version that we can now work with, that the customer can see. So now we can go nuts, change whatever we want to do. And if we like it, great, we can just publish it. And if we don't like it, obviously, we can discard it and start new. Now, the next thing we always like doing is we want to give it a very name that makes sense, descriptive name. So for example, if you want to make font changes, then I would just call it Nike. And the only reason is Nike because we cloned the Nike theme. Then Nike font changes. Then in here, we obviously would click customize, start making our changes. And once we're happy, you just click the publish button, and then this will replace the current live theme with this one. Now, sometimes we don't just want to have like small changes. We're working on larger features. And in that case, I always recommend start with a base, duplicate it, give it a name, for example, font changes, but we don't just want to change the font. We want to also change certain imagery maybe. Then I actually recommend duplicating now this and making more changes to that one. Now, I wanted to use this store on purpose. This is our development store because you can see there's a new version live. Sometimes when you use a Shopify theme, and I always recommend using Shopify's own theme, then they push out updates and we get them for free. And this is how we actually install them. So you can see it's the Dawn. We're on Dawn 12.0.1, I believe. This is Dawn version 13.01. So what we can do is you just click on this one and yeah, you can read through the updates, but you can just say add to the theme library. And now Shopify downloads the newest version of the Dawn theme together with our changes that we already made to the live version. And if we just give it a minute, then it's gonna customize everything the way we had it. And you can see even Shopify automatically does it in a theme duplicate, and they do it for the exact same reasons. Sometimes they make updates to the themes that are breaking. We recently had a client that I think migrated from 6.0 to 12. And in between 6 and 12, they changed the entire infrastructure and the colors weren't being applied how they used to. So this is why it's important to work on this duplicate. And you can see it's loading right now. We can already go ahead and give it a name. So in this case, we would just name it Nike 13.0.1. That's the version. Hit save. And as you can see, it's finalized. Now you can just customize it. We can inspect, see if everything looks good. Let's say this is exactly what we wanted to. In this case, nothing actually changed. It's just a technical change. Then once you're happy, you click publish, you approve, and now you can see this is now the live version. Now what I like to do is, you can see now this used to be the live version. I always want to keep this around as a backup, so I'm gonna name it Nike and then call it backup with today's date. That would be March 13th, 24. And then you always have this. Now, if something were to happen, maybe a bug happens or you get a message from a customer saying I can't check out or whatever it could be, you can just click publish and go back to the previous version that we know worked, that our developers maybe worked on, and there's zero risk involved. And now you can go ahead, make all the changes you want, and if you don't like them, just throw them away. I can even show you how. Click the three dots, we say remove. Maybe we just didn't like the version that we had, and it's gone, and it's as if we never made any changes. So with this, you're not gonna break anything, and yeah, you can just go nuts and play around with your store. If you like this video, if this was helpful to you, please leave a like. This is gonna show me that we should create more of this content, explain Shopify to you. We specifically wanna do this for small businesses. So if you're a small business owner and maybe not on the technical side and this was helpful, please think about leaving a like, or even if you know a friend that's struggling with Shopify, feel free to share it with them. And I see you in the next video.